Whoa. I'm also getting a crap ton of fallout. My birthday just passed. It was on Wednesday, March 11th, but today on Saturday is my actual birthday party, and I am wearing a full face of makeup that you all chose for me. Last week on my Instagram stories, I put up polls asking you to choose between a bunch of different makeup products to create my birthday look, and this is what we ended up with. If you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. So if you want to know which products you all chose for me to wear as my birthday makeup look, just keep watching. So the first choice I gave you all on the Instagram story polls was between the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation and the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. And you all chose the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. One of my all-time favorites, especially for everyday wear. It feels really light, but you get some good coverage out of it. I will say though, I think the Believe Beauty Foundation has a bit more coverage, but I'm not mad at y'all's choice. Now you can layer up the coverage a little bit, so that is what I'm just gonna do, dab a little bit more on spots where I need it. The next decision I asked you to make was between the BH Cosmetics Brow Powder Duo and the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. The Benefit Pencil was the only non-budget beauty product that I put into this mix, and it did win out. This is one of my favorite pencils for when I want a really defined brow that lasts. I actually got started on this product when I was going on vacation to Israel, and I needed like an all-day brow solution that would last through hiking in the desert, and it didn't let me down. Although I will say, I really do like that BH Cosmetics brow powder, but I am glad that y'all chose this one for more of a special occasion, because that is the choice that I would have made too. Next, I wanted to know which concealer should I use. So the choices were either the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Matte Concealer or the new e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And I wasn't really surprised with this one, but y'all chose the e.l.f. concealer. I do prefer it to the original Camo Concealer formula. It just plays way more nicely with the foundations that I use, because I do tend to lean toward more of a satin finish. And I am gonna go ahead and just set my under eyes with the Coty Airspun powder. Quickly gonna prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This was not a choice that I gave you all. I'm just really trying to work my way through this because I've had it for over a year and a half and I still haven't finished it. Definitely worth the 22 bucks because it lasts forever. Now with that said, I think it's like a 12-month actual shelf life. Pay attention to expiration dates, use at your own risk past them. I was very excited to see what you would all choose in terms of my eyeshadow. The choices I gave you were between the BH Cosmetics Levitan Prince palette, and the other choice was the Physicians Formula Rosé All Play eyeshadow palette, which I have never used. And that is the one that y'all chose. So very excited to see what I can create. Now I've used the eyeshadow from the Rosé All Day collection, which I do have a video about, and I loved the eyeshadow formula. So I'm hoping I love this just as much. So first I'm gonna go into this cream shade, which is called Bottomless Brunch, and I'm using that as my base shade. Okay, so these shadows are sort of powdery in the pan, kind of producing a lot of kick up. Next, I'm gonna go into Super Bloom, which is sort of this medium mauve-y burgundy. Wow, I'm just picking this up on my brush and I can see how much pigment is coming up. And this is gonna be my transition shade. Okay, I'm gonna go into Last Call, which is this chocolatey deep brown. I'm gonna use that in my outer corner. So far, these shadows are just as blendable and pigmented and soft as the ones in the Rosé All Day collection. Let's dip into one of these glittery shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Fresh Bouquet as my brow bone highlight. Okay, it looks like a straight up glitter. I just have a feeling that the glitter shades are gonna be a little bit more opaque when I apply them with my finger, which I will go ahead and do on the lid in a sec. Yeah, I feel like this palette could have benefited just from one satin shade to highlight with. I think I want to go into Flower Market. It is such a beautiful, like true rose gold shade. And I am going to use my finger for this. Yeah, it goes on almost completely opaque and metallic. Whoa. But I'm also getting a crap ton of fallout. I will go back in to Fresh Bouquet with my pinky though and add that to my inner corner. That's gorgeous. I absolutely love how Fresh Bouquet looks in the inner corner though. Like, it is just such a pop. Next up, I asked you what style of eyeliner I should wear. It was between a wing with liquid liner or tight lining only. And believe it or not, I've actually been tight lining more so lately and leaving that as my only liner. I don't know, it's just been like a phase I'm going through, but y'all chose my signature wing, so that's what we're gonna do. I am gonna tight line first though, and I'm using the Neutrogena Kohl eyeliner. And of course we're going in with my trusty NYX matte liquid liner. Let's see if I've lost the touch, because I'm serious when I say I really have not been wearing winged liner lately. I'm gonna keep the actual line on the lash line pretty thin. I like that. Now, can we replicate it on the other side? Guess she's still got it. The next decision I had you make was between magnetic lashes or glue-on lashes. Now, if you haven't seen it already, I do have a whole video on how I went from being a hater to a lover of magnetic lashes with the invention of magnetic eyeliner. But y'all wanted me to keep it old school today, so we are gonna be using glue-on lashes, and I'm using the Alexis style from the AOA brand on shopmissa.com. I'm also using the AOA eyelash glue, which works just as well as the Duo brush on glue in my opinion. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, but I did realize that I forgot to put on mascara ahead of time. Okay, I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of mascara to the base of my natural lashes, but I'm not pulling the mascara wand all the way through, so that way the tips of my falsies stay really thin and tapered. Finishing up the face for my contour, your choices were the Pixie Natural Contour Powder, a favorite of mine, or the classic Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And you all went with the butter bronzer. So I use the shade Deep for contouring. It's the perfect shade for me. Slightly warm, but more of like a sun-kissed warm, not an orange warm. Now for blush, I was a little bit nervous because I chose sort of a bright and springy color and a little bit more of a deeper shade, and I feel like this would have really thrown off the look depending on the rest of your choices, but I'm very glad that between the Honest Beauty cream blush and the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush, you did choose the NYX, which is in the shade Risky Business. It's a little bit deeper and I feel like a little bit more in line with the rest of the colors that are already on my face. We could have made the coral work from the Honest blush, but I think this is just gonna match a little bit better. Next, I had you choose between two blinding highlights. The choices were the Pixie Glowy Gossamer Duo Highlight and the Wet n Wild MegaGlo Highlighting Powder. I gotta say, I'm not super surprised that Wet n Wild won, considering this is the highest rated drugstore highlighter out there. This is in the shade Golden Flower Crown, by the way, which matches our look beautifully. There's a reason that this highlight is so popular. It looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. You can't point out any shimmer particles because it is so fine, so you just get this really nice seamless beam of glow. Finally, to top this look off, I asked you to choose my lipstick. I feel like with where my look is now, either one could have worked, but the choices were the L'Oreal Paris Signature Rouge lipstick in I Represent or the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in San Francisco. And y'all chose the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. It is sort of a peachy neutral shade, and I just mentioned this in my favorite spring drugstore lipsticks video, which again I will link below if you want to check that out. And let's see how this finishes off the look. All right, looking at this full face of makeup, I do feel like this lipstick is maybe a bit warm for the rest of the look and the shades we used, but it doesn't clash completely. It's not like super weird. Do you think that this matches? Let me know in the comments. Here is the finished birthday look chosen by you all. I'm pretty happy with how this came out, but I'm curious to know, do you think these products worked well together and would you have chosen anything differently? Let me know in the comments below. Today's shout out goes to Leslie. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad. And join me over in this video next where I share 10 beautiful drugstore lipsticks for spring. I'll see you over there. Bye.